we found this, you or I get us confused all the time. One of us found this on the Bronco 6G forum.
Yeah.
And this guy posted, basically Ford is, if you have a Bronco on order, but you don't have it yet, Ford, it looks like, is starting to send out consolation prizes of a backpack, a Bronco backpack, and an off-road kit, or an off-road kit in the backpack, which isn't a bad idea, right? I mean,
no.
I mean, these Overland crowd kind of goes hand in hand with some of this gear, right?
So if you dig into this, and just all of you listeners out there, if you're a Bronco reservation holder, this should definitely be, pique your interest here, because this is pretty important. Now, back in the summer, what was referred to as Dirt Mountain is now referred to as Ice Mountain, and the reason why that is because the same Broncos, not all of the same Broncos, but this big, huge holding yard up in Michigan is completely snowed over, and you've got just thousands of Broncos that are built, halfway built. They're built, but they're missing specific components to help them complete the production, namely like the tops and the chips and those sorts of things. And they're just sitting out there in the ice and the snow, which has a lot of Bronco owners really worried.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's footage of them just like, okay, so
there is footage.
Your stuff just sitting there for months waiting on parts out in the sun? And
heck no, we talked about that back in the summer for that. They're parking some of these, halfway built vehicles in rock quarries, man.
Yeah, at least it's not like GM was doing with the Canyon or the
correct.
I mean, or
they're just parking them out there in those environments, and it's just not good. I mean, I personally, if I were a reservation holder, I'll be honest with you, this is just me, I would cancel my reservation. They could have it at this point. I'll come back as soon as we get beyond all these shortages, and I can order it and know it's in production and it's going to be coming in a specified time, then I'm good with it. I mean, you're not going to send me a backpack and make me happy.
Well,
man.
It sounds like we're turning a corner with some of the shortages. So you may be able to get out of line and then get back in line in a year or two and probably get one pretty quickly.
Just here's the thing too, though. What you need to realize here, folks, is that while you reservation holders are getting one of these from Ford as a consolation prize here, a gift for waiting, there is a part number for this thing. And apparently anybody can buy one. So
look at this, man. You went out there and you found the part number for it?
Yeah, it's part number is a 160272.
Wow. Here's
that
what's in
is
it. You want to know what's
available.
In it?
Yep. You get one carry bag, of course. You get a fire extinguisher.
Which, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cool stuff. Let's go down the list here. Yeah, so you get a fold-up shovel.
Another good idea. You need to have one of these in an overlanding kit anyway, right?
Right. You get 3 emergency waters. They're 125 milliliters.
Seriously,
each.
I mean, is this go with our dehydrated water? I mean, come on, man. You get a little pouch with water in it. I mean, are people that like? Are you that inexperienced in overlanding that you don't know better than to take extra bottles and containers of drinking water?
Well, you got to know though that there's people sitting around a table that are just go. So what do we put in this bag? Right? It's a survivalist bag, supposedly, emergency bag.
And
it's
of all the choices, emergency water made the cut.
Right. So
all right.
So it has a water reservoir, obviously a container.
But you got to have something to drink said water in pouches.
Said water, right. Waterproof matches, folding multi-tool, which we've talked about. If you go, for those of you who aren't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Parts County Gurus. There are videos over there. There's also podcasts where we talk with the one and only Rothmeyer about what you should bring on a camping adventure. You can check out that podcast over at partscountyguru.com and click on the podcast link and you can find that. But then we've got, did I say folding multi-tool, which is important, emergency blanket, pair of work gloves, a roll of duct tape, some cable ties, shop towel, Gojo branded towelettes, a light stick, emergency whistle, and some tether straps. That's it. So
I mean, honestly, it's a good kit to have. If you don't have all that stuff and you own a 4-wheel drive, you need to just get yourself a backpack and start shoving that stuff in there. I mean, minus the fire extinguisher, everything else in there is, you could do all of this for easily under $20.
Yourself.
Yeah,
absolutely, you could. I mean, there are stores that are solely dedicated to this. If an outdoor store, you can get everything you need, and you can actually get everything you need online as well. In fact, I think you can even buy a similar backpack on Amazon. We'll give you some links. Just make sure you follow our links. We've mentioned this on the podcast, so go to the mentioned on the podcast link, and we'll try to put a link there for something similar, or if not, this thing itself, where you can buy it from Ford. So, I got no beef with sharing their product. But I guess it is a move in the right direction for Ford to kind of, maybe this is a good sign that your vehicle's coming. I will say this same Bronco 6G forum. I went to their Ice Mountain page where they were talking about the vehicle holdings. Now, for those of you who don't know who Bronco 6G forum is, the go-to for this new generation Bronco. They've got some great information over there, some good graphs on what's being built, what isn't built, who's waiting on it. And I did a little research on. They've got, and these are all Bronco 6G forum members. I did the math on it, and they've got a spreadsheet on what's built and what's in production and what's sitting on Ice Mountain. It's quite interesting. And there is nearly 500 people sitting. So we know of 500 people right now that are waiting to get their Broncos, that are sitting on Ice Mountain or in Ice Mountain up in Michigan, covered in snow and ice. And there were also leaked videos, like Keith said, of these sitting there. But there's also, we don't know, we can only speculate what's going on, but some of the technicians that are actually going out to individual Broncos with hoods up, whether they're installing a final piece to get the thing out of production and on into delivery, or are they just one by one periodically checking things on a list of periodic maintenance things? We don't know. But it looks like they are getting closer to delivering these things. We hope that you enjoy your backpack, you reservation holders, you.
If they even get that far, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
How many of these are going to end up in, some Ford sales guys, like,
right,
storage cabinet where he's giving them away to his favorite customers? But yeah, we'll
right.
see.
I would have rather have had like a bottle of bourbon with mine with a Bronco on it.
Oh, with the Bronco on it? Yeah, the Bronco bourbon. There you go. Yeah.
Hey, did we just kind of...
Once
Keith,
again,
as always,
right? Like, yeah.
As always, we're coming up with ideas for, hey, if Ford, if you'd like to add us to your marketing team, just, you know how to get us at partscounterguru.com/contact us. Okay.